Hey guys, it's Hump Day Pump Day. We're trying it out. Wondering about relactating or inducing lactation, bringing milk out of nowhere to give to your baby? Stick around.
That is a nursing job. Hump and pump. Hump day, pump day.
It's never too late to attempt putting baby back to the breast.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Kendra.
Hey.
We're back for a new breastfeeding series by popular request. You guys have so many questions, and after our first series of Real Talk with breastfeeding, we're doing series number 2, Hump Day, Pump Day. So this series has a theme, and it is inducing and increasing lactation. Yep. Yeah. So this is part 1 of our series. We're outside on this beautiful day.
It's really sunny.
It's really sunny, so we're
My eyes are good.
super squinty. But we're excited. Part 1 of our series is inducing lactation
and relactation.
and relactation. So if you've breastfed before, but you need to relactate, but you're not pregnant and producing a baby, you can still nurse a child. Do people know that?
I don't think most people do. I think most people assume once you stop, it's over.
Yeah. No, it's not over. You can come back. So this might be adopting a child, fostering a child, breastfeeding a family member, or their partner's having a baby, or they're producing milk for some other child, right? Kendra is an IBCLC. She's a RN nurse. She's breastfed 2 people. She's breastfeeding a toddler right now. I think it's cool to say I've breastfed 2 people. I'm Mandy. Welcome back. This channel is all about helping busy people birth boldly. I believe our bodies are powerful. With the right support, we are unstoppable. Kendra is the right support for our breastfeeding bodies. So if you know anyone breastfeeding, lactating, pregnant, share this with them.
So relactating if you have breastfed before. Inducing lactation if you have never had a baby, never breastfed, and are hoping to breastfeed a baby.
Okay.
Hey, wahoo wah! Ah! Any who's out there? Super excited about basketball this week. I interrupt this special program to bring you a Galactagogue and a coupon. Hear me out. I have reduced my coffee intake from 4 cups to less than 4 cups. My doctor didn't think that 4 cups was super healthy for me and my baby since I'm still breastfeeding. So Teamy sent me a skinny blend tea, and so far I am drinking less coffee and loving it. I've had this tea every day for a week and a half, and I can drink it in the early afternoon after lunch. It gets me through the rest of the day, even at work, so I'm super happy about that. And I feel like I snack less when I'm drinking it. Who knows? Maybe I'm just excited about it, and it takes me a while because it stays so darn hot in this adorable tumbler. So this is a little extra for me. I'm not super fancy, but there's a small compartment in here for my vitamins. So if you're taking supplements or vitamins to keep your milk up, then this can be helpful for you not to forget those at home. Also, they have a lactating tea blend, so it can be a Galactagogue for you. I have not tried that, so let me know what you think when you do. Oh, this has like a screen inside. I'll show it to you. On Instagram, I have more pictures. So you can try this out with me. I would love to hear what you think. And if it increases your milk, yes, holla, that'd be so easy, and it's so yummy. So you can get a coupon or a discount. Just use 15 Mandy, and the link is below. Let me know what you think. Let's continue relactating. Okay. So that is trying to bring back your milk when you're not pregnant.
Your supply.
Okay, bring back your supply without those hormones already going on.
It's harder to bring it back, especially if your baby is older than 4 months, but it certainly can be done. And it may not mean that you make as much a supply as you had before, but partially, for sure.
Oh, that's good to know. So when would I start trying to bring milk back into my breast?
If it's something that you know about right away, I mean, if you're trying to induce milk supply for feeding a baby that you haven't breastfed before, say your partner's having a baby and you want to be the one to feed, you want to start planning at least 2 months in advance.
2 months. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's work, man.
And that's if you've never breastfed before. It likely wouldn't take as long if you're trying to relactate
Okay.
to feed a baby.
Okay, so if I've already fed a baby, maybe it wouldn't take 2 months, but I could start 2 months ahead.
I would start as soon as you know, because the chances of having a supply great enough to fulfill a baby's needs are not as high.
Okay.
So obviously, if you can start as soon as you know, the better. That will give you ample opportunity to increase your supply to meet baby's needs, hopefully.
Mike malfunction and son malfunction.
I know.
So 2 months, start 2 months ahead of when you're going to have the baby if you have prior warning. And then you start like with just putting a breast pump on your breast. How do people usually start? Do they have to take hormones?
In some cases, yes, meds can help. But simply stimulating the breast, especially if you if you have had a baby before, may get you to relactate without the hormone response.
Wow.
In some cases, especially if you're adopting a baby or your partner's having a baby and you want to be the one to breastfeed or help with breastfeeding, then in some cases they may start you on those hormones, take away the hormones, which makes your body think that you've had a baby and then can cause that milk to come in, along with the stimulation.
Wow. So, okay, that's a lot of hormones going on in a household. So, okay, so with the stimulation, so you need a breast pump, which we are going to talk about in part 2. You need a breast pump. And we've talked about how to feed a newborn was in our previous series. You can see that here. Those are 3 videos on making more milk and feeding newborns. So we're just talking about getting the milk in. Would you expect to get milk out of the pump when you're either relactating 2 months out or inducing lactation?
Likely not 2 months out. You may see drops of milk, but likely not enough to start filling bags, bottles, stashing, so on and so forth.
Okay, so you're just stimulating,
simply
your body,
stimulating.
someone's coming to drink this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you worked with someone who's relactated?
I have. A couple of people that I've worked with have attempted to relactate, but it was a long process for them and it wasn't going as planned. So unfortunately, I don't feel like they felt like they could continue going. But as far as inducing lactation, I have worked with someone who has induced lactation. 2 people, actually. One was for an adoption and the other was for a same-sex partner.
Wow. And it was successful?
To my knowledge, I didn't continue with them much beyond the beginning phase, but from what I could tell, yes.
So, okay, I get this question. We've gotten this question a lot. You guys want to know how to relactate and how to induce lactation. So if you have more specific questions, let us know down in the comments. We can do a whole series on just what this might look like.
Yep.
But it sounds like work. It sounds like kind of around the clock.
It is.
Pumping and stimulation without a baby being there, prior to a baby being there, which from NICU moms that I've talked to without a baby, that's commitment.
It is. It's a full-time job. And I have had a few moms that were friends of other new moms that had recently had a baby and have had a lot of questions about, I didn't want to breastfeed in the past, but now I feel like I do. Is it too late? It's never too late to attempt putting baby back to the breast if you want. But obviously, if you can hit in that first 4-month span, then you are going to have a greater chance of success.
Oh, so we've seen those questions really recently too, like, hey, breastfeeding wasn't for me when my baby was a newborn, but now that she's 4 months old, can I do it? Okay, so it's tough. It's not like you put the baby on and you guys both sail forward smoothly. It may not be smooth, but it can be done.
It can.
So what would someone need besides a breast pump and like a timer or an alarm on their phone? What would someone need? Maybe like support or supplements, or what would it look like? What would their team look like?
Obviously having supportive family members is a big thing. If it's something that's important to you and you're trying to make it happen, but all the people around you are not supportive of it, it's going to make you probably second guess and question if you're doing the right thing. In addition to that, working with a lactation consultant, and then reaching out to them if you have questions, concerns along the way. Okay. Beyond, before you get the baby and beyond the nursing.
So the lactation part and then the latch part.
Especially if you've had a baby that you've relactated for and they've been getting bottles, teaching them to relatch is not as easy is what you would think. You know, you'd think they've been taking the bottle, they could easily go back to the breast, but that's definitely not the case. Galactagogues that you could use, and we're going to talk more about that.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Biggest thing that I think you can do is make sure that your fluid intake is what it should be, and that you are including those extra calories, 500 extra calories, so make sure you're eating enough. Is a good place to start without going into what else should I be using to increase my milk supply.
Okay, so there are some like foods and supplements and some things that you can take in. Okay, so if you're interested in that, then stick around, or I'll put that right here. That is coming up. That is the part 3.
Yep.
Next, we're talking about pumps. Our favorite pumps, what pumps we've heard about, what pumps we've seen, and we want to know what pumps you're using, so let us know if they're working for you or if they're not. There's all kinds of brands, and there's even new ones coming out, which I think is really
a lot
exciting.
that I haven't even actually seen in person, so
and some of them
that I know about.
I've heard but not seen, because they're like, you wear them around. Okay, so stick around. If this helped, thank you for the likes. Let us know what you need next down below, and we'll see you in the next video right here.
See ya.